Hello, welcome to the Cambridge Assessment Podcast. I'm Alana Walden and I'm here to introduce a special series from Cambridge Assessment's Archives and Heritage. In each episode, our group archivist Gillian Cooke shares short extracts from Examining the World, a history of the University of Cambridge Local Examinations Syndicate, our publication that shares a unique insight into the history of exams.
Premises up to 1965, from Chapter 1, Examining the World by Elisabeth Leedham Green. Initially, all syndicate business was managed in the secretary's rooms. St Catherine's College allotted the first long-term secretary, George Forrest Brown, an extra room, which must have relieved the situation, as the college porters, if no one else, must have been very well aware of the syndicate as part of the university with the dispatch and receipt of examination papers. An application to the Museums and Lecture Rooms Syndicate for the use of rooms by the Secretary and his clerk was turned down in February 1871, and it was suggested that rooms be found in town. It was not until 1886 that the syndicate moved to its first purpose-built premises designed by W.M. Fawcett in Mill Lane. The premises comprised a two-storey building with cellars, a ground-floor back room, 36 by 21, chiefly for the preparation of parcels of examination papers, unpacking and sorting answers, and a ground floor room, 18 by 26, for around 4 clerks. Above there were 3 rooms, a back room for meetings and 2 front rooms for the secretaries. The whole was described as being of a simple domestic character. The syndicate now had a visible presence adjacent to the press. The expense of the building was met from the syndicate's own funds, and Keynes reported that in August 1886 he showed his opposite number, Lockhart, secretary of the Oxford Delegacy for Local Examinations, to see over our new buildings, and I fear filled his soul with envy. Half of one of the 2 houses purchased in 1885 had been retained as a caretaker's house, and this was demolished in 1893 to provide more rooms, and a further extension was mooted in 1938. In the event, it was not until 1965 that the syndicate moved to new syndicate buildings on the site of the Old Perth School for Boys at 1 Hills Road.
Thank you for listening to the Cambridge Assessment Podcast. You can find more of our podcasts on our website, just search for Podcast Gallery, or you can find us on YouTube, Spotify and Apple Podcasts.